Welcome to part 3 of Jewish and Yogic Power Sounds Decoded with Dr. Pillai. Dr. Pillai, in your lectures you maintained that sounds can change our genetic structure. Can you elaborate?
Yes, sounds can influence your genes. We have proof for that. We just go to Google search and then look up frog embryos and salamander embryos. It's a research that was done in Russia, and what happened was when they delivered on the frog embryos certain sound patterns, and those embryos of the frog became salamanders. So this is a proof based on a collaborative research between geneticists and linguists that sounds can influence your genes. And I am personally committed to this particular branch of science because it gives us a lot of hope that everybody can raise to the level of the highest level of intelligence by manipulating the sounds. This is what I have been involved in doing in India, where I go to places, rural areas. We have now 70 centers in rural India. Going beyond caste, creed, and religion, we recruit boys and girls who are like 10 to 14-year-old, and then deliver some sounds, which I call as phonemes. And these phonemes have created tremendous amount of results within a few weeks of using them. We don't have any scientific evidence as of now because we are now looking for fundings to go and do a scientific research. But what we have found out is these kids are doing extremely well after being exposed to the sounds and use it in a certain way that I have devised for their use. And I had an opportunity to go visit them. So now I have no doubt in my mind that the initial equation that I came up with, S, which is sound, equals I, which is intelligence. S equals I is a valid proposition. And this Russian research bears testimony to that.
My next question, I believe in genetic engineering, but we can't do this with human beings for ethical and moral and other reasons. Can you comment?
Talking about genetic engineering and applying to the human race, it's a very difficult proposition because, as you rightly said, it involves a lot of moral and ethical issues that we have to encounter. However, we are not going to mess with the genes per se as we do with animals and plants. You know, if we have a bad apple and we want a better apple, we can genetically engineer and then create a good apple or more, juicy and tasty apples. That can be done. But here we cannot do that for obvious reasons. So what we can do, of course, we can alter the genes through the sound waves. So there is no direct manipulation of of the genes, biologically speaking, not interracial marriages or even doing it in a artificial way. That's not needed. It is even more powerful. The sounds can alter your genes. So why go about thinking in terms of biologically modifying it? That's not needed. So that's what gives me a lot of hope about the future of humanity, that one day we'll be able to see the human race, regardless of their race, caste, can get to the level of the highest intelligence just by using the sounds. This happened in the case of Einstein, for instance. When Einstein died, the doctor who did the autopsy, he stole his brain and then he sent samples of his brain for research to see how this man's brain worked. No, this is an old-fashioned thinking. And they, of course, did not find anything in the brain. So we can do it in a better way, and that way is just altering the genes through these phonemic sounds. So in the longer version of this series, I will explain this more.